So this is a story I want to share with you today, and it's quite unpopular because it's based on my humble opinion, and people can roast me, you're welcome, but listen to the story first. So it's about how someone that could be financially savvy, for this example, my ex-employee who is a PA, it's a lady, and very smart, financially savvy lady that learned a lot of the things I help my clients with in terms of property investment, building assets and wealth, who married a non-financially savvy man, and now her life is in the bloody drains. Basically, I bumped into her about a few days ago, and I've just popped a fourth kid. Right, okay. And basically, she was my PA before this all happened. And, she met this man that was in Newcastle, the Central Coast. He's a mechanic. And back then, she was my personal assistant that dealt with a lot of my high net worth clients. Very financially savvy. And I've heard what's happening to her right now really saddens me. And I'll tell you a few red flags over the years since she moved on from working for me. And, it's red flags that for you single ladies to be aware of if you're going to meet the man of your dreams. So basically, as a financially savvy person that she is, really good at budgeting, saving money, all that stuff, she had 100K saved up, right? When she met this man of her life, and they were to get married, he decided, maybe we should spend $50,000 on the wedding. I was like, girl, you serious? She's like, his family, he's got friends, people will come. I'm like, okay, but you realize you're white. You're not Asian. They're not going to give you a red pocket, or whatever package with cash inside, right? People's going to give you, stuff like, the fucking Myers catalog, right? Give you pots and pans, all that crap, all that stuff that you can't even get back the money if you go to cash converters, right? Your wedding is not gonna make a profit like an Asian wedding. After they got married, 50 G's is gone, and he's like, well, mate, we're gonna have a big family. We should go buy like a nice car for ourselves, and then 30 G's is gone for the bloody car. Before she did all this, I pulled her aside. I was like, you realize that you could use this money to buy a property to live in, right? Rather than bloody renting after spending all this money, right? You know that, right? You do this for all my clients. She's like, yeah, I know, but I've got to keep him happy. He's the man of my dreams, and he's the man of the house. And back then, she was in Sydney, right, working with me, and she was on 100 G's, right? She earned more than this bloody mechanic, right? And he's a good bloke, by the way, just financially illiterate, right? Just doesn't know that you buy a car, it depreciates. You keep on renting, you're paying someone else's mortgage. Doesn't get that, right? And basically, he uses all her money because he doesn't have any money saved up. Hear this. He told her, I want to have 5 kids because I want a big family. Obviously they're wog or white or whatever. And, quit your job. And based on my $70,000 mechanic job, I'll support the family. Obviously not in Sydney. So I want you to move to, Central Coast. And she did. And she popped out 4 kids. So good luck for getting back into the workforce. Look, she's not on TikTok. She doesn't use TikTok. But I said, look, no, can I talk about it? She said, yeah, go for it. I don't give a crap, right? I love him. Whatever happens, this is our lifestyle, right? But basically, personal loan, credit cards, negative savings, her financially savvy life before was so good. If she met the right man that was financially savvy, it would have been thousands of properties. No, not thousands, maybe 2 to 3 comfortable, right? Probably not 200 to 300 G's combined. Seriously, it just blows my mind that a very financially savvy person that is a really good saver, really sharp in terms of knowing, her debits and credits, how to, build wealth for my clients, because she was my personal assistant for my high net worth clients, could end up like this, just working against her intelligence. Guys, jump in the comments. Does love really blind a person? You have a woman that is in her prime that married old mate over here and basically feeding her freaking kids. And hear this, he recently got a contracting job, and because he's in Newcastle, all the jobs in Sydney, he has to travel back and forth. He rarely comes home to see his bloody kids anyway. I'm like, I just kept my mouth shut. Obviously, I'm that's your life, right? For you single ladies out there that are financially savvy, seriously set your bar a little bit higher and always protect your own money, right? If he wants to use your money to buy shit that he wants, use your own freaking money, right? Like, I always believe that, when you meet somebody, you're supposed to have some sort of synergy with this person where they sort of 10x your current financial situation. You shouldn't be going negative 10x backwards. And, for single ladies, like, just don't be desperate. I mean, the guy could be good looking, like the guy's a good looking bloke, but, beauty is skin deep. Look at the mechanics behind the skin and bones. If the man is dumb with the money, don't marry the man. I don't know. Jump in the comments, let me know what you think.